Yeah.
All right, so go ahead. You're
All
good.
right. I'll pass it on. I'll pass it on to you. Dodgers versus Milwaukee.
All right, so honestly, I think the Brewers are a team that had a good season. Don't get me wrong, but I think the Dodgers just kind of are going to simply outplay them. I think this is more so just um, a more of like I guess a smart kind of play to say. The Dodgers are a team that's been good for a couple seasons now. They got players like Cody
Yeah.
Bellinger, who, let's face it, if we've ever seen, if anyone here has ever seen Ron Burgundy, that guy on his thing that says whammy. After that guy hits a home run, like whammy, whammy, whammy. Yeah, that's this dude. That's Cody Bellinger, dude. Hits them all over the place. They got Corey Seager back, I believe. Um,
That's right.
they got him back, who this guy can be an X factor. Um, this is just a very well talented overall team, and I think
Agreed.
it's going to be a very hard team to stop. And um, I think though, honestly, I think it'll be a 2-0 over the Brewers. I want to diss on the Brewers because the Brewers had a good year. I mean, they're in the playoffs, which, in all honesty, the Brewers got some good players. They have Ryan Braun. They have this your hero. I don't know how you say his name. He's like
Christian
second.
Yelich.
Yes, Yelich. I mean, this is a good team. I don't want to diss on that team. That's a good team. Like he said, like Jared said, Yelich is a good
Yeah.
player too. And they also have this guy. Many people might not know him, but the only reason I know him because he was an Indian. Robert Mathis, who's a guy who came up like at the end of the year. They signed him, and he became decently good. He started hitting a few and doing pretty good. So I don't want to diss on that team. That's a good team, and I do think they will. I do think they will win. I don't know if I said this. I might have said it like odd before, but I do think they'll win a game. I think it'll be 3, but I think it'll be 2-1 for the Dodgers. I just think the Dodgers are a better team, but I think because of the kind of team that the Brewers showed that they can be, and the kind of team that the kind of season they had, I think they're going to win a game. I just think that you're going to have Yelich, you're going to have Braun, and that Herrera. Those are the kind of guys that are going to get hot. They can make a difference in a series and can lead them to a win. I think they will win a game, but I think the Dodgers are going to take it. I think that's pretty much what makes the most sense. And I guess that aspect for me. So I don't want to diss on the Brewers. I think that's a good team. I think they showed that they can be really good. But I think that the Dodgers are just the better overall team, and I think at the end of the day, that's a team I'm going to take. I'm going to let you go now.
I would honestly have to agree with you. Like I have, I think you put Dodgers in 2, right? You have the Dodgers in 2.
No, I said the Brewers will win a game.
Like you said, Dodgers all. Sorry.
I said the Brewers will win a game.
Oh, okay.
I think they'll win a game.
So you have the Dodgers 2-1. So winning in 3 games, 2-1. I have the Dodgers actually sweeping Milwaukee in 2 games.
And I almost took that, but I just think because of the kind of team that they showed they can be, I don't think they'll make it that easy. But that's a very good possibility. It probably will happen.
Yeah, like Mike said, they have Cody Bellinger, Corey Seager, guys that can really hit hella home runs, and then you got Kershaw. I don't believe they have the Japanese guy anymore. I'm not sure. Ryu. No, Toronto has Ryu, but their pitching is, I would like to say, honestly, like the Yankees. They have really good pitching that can get it done when they're consistent. So I think it's going to be another defensive game mainly because of the roster that they have. Milwaukee just like you said. I don't want to diss on them, but Milwaukee just scraped in on the last day, just went into the playoffs. They almost got taken out. Luckily for, I'm not sure who they faced, but whoever beat San Francisco, lucky for Milwaukee, San Francisco lost. I think had San Francisco won and Milwaukee not won, we would be talking about a totally different team. But Milwaukee has some good guys like Christian Yelich. I forgot to actually, I forgot that Brett Anderson went to Milwaukee. I think during the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a former A right there. They have Josh Hader, one of the best. I think he's a closer. One of the best closers in the league, in the majors. But I don't see Milwaukee's defense or offense getting past the Dodgers. The Dodgers are just way too consistent now. So
yeah, I think we both agree on that.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to take on first San Diego and St. Louis.
All right.
Now you might be surprised about this. I have number 4 San Diego beating St. Louis. St. Louis, again, inconsistent. I believe they've been really inconsistent. San Diego, they got, who was it that we were talking about earlier? Clevenger. They got Clevenger at the trade deadline. Clevenger, really, really good pitcher. And then you got guys that can hit, like the youngsters. I forgot the guy's name.
Tatis
It
Jr.
passes me. Yeah, Batiste. That's right, Batiste. You got guys like that. Lamet. So Will Myers. So Will Myers has been really crushing it. St. Louis, I'm not really sure who they have anymore. I think they still have Yadier Molina, and that's about all I know. That's about it that I remember they have. Maybe Adam Wainwright, if he hasn't retired yet. Like I said, I haven't really paid much attention this year. Been busy with other things, but yeah, I see San Diego taking it in 3. I don't think they can sweep St. Louis. St. Louis can get a game in there, but with the way that San Diego's been playing, they're coming in as the underdog, even though they're the higher seed than St. Louis. But I'd say that they're coming in as the underdog, but they're going to come out as the better one. They're going to come out as the top dog in that fight. So now it's your turn to do that series, and then we can move on to Chicago and Miami.
Yeah, so I don't think you're crazy at all. I took the Padres as well. I think it's
really.
I don't think I think the Padres had a really good season. I think a few names that you forgot to kind of bring up. You brought up Tatis, you brought up Noel Myers.
Yeah.
They also have Manny Machado now.
Oh, that's right.
And they also have Eric Hosmer, who was a Royal at one point. And So this is a really loaded team, and this is a team that really had a good year. I constantly heard about how good they were doing, and they were playing really well. I am in the same boat as Jared. I don't really know much about the Cardinals. I don't like the last player I remember playing for them is Adam Wainwright, and I don't even know if he's retired, where he's at now. That's what I remember. I do remember Molina, because they were good for a while, but I don't know much about them. And honestly, I think the Padres are going to sweep them. I think it's 3-0. I don't think this is going to be much of a series. Now, again, I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I just don't think it's going to be much of a series. I think that the Padres are really loaded with the players they have. Tatis, Machado, Hosmer, Myers. That's a lot of firepower in one lineup, and I think it's just going to be pretty straightforward. I think the Padres, got them pretty easily in this series. So I think that's just a really outmatched team, and I think the Padres are going to take that pretty easily. Yeah.
Definitely, and like Clevenger, like I said, Clevenger was good with the Indians, I believe it was. He was good with the Indians, and I think he can do a lot better too with San Diego.
Yeah, I'm not. Here's the thing. I was never really a fan of Clevenger when he was with the Indians. No, I'm not saying he wasn't a good pitcher. He just always kind of had those players you're not fans of. And I was never a fan of Clevenger, but I think he does add. If I'm looking at a talent-wise perspective, and rather than my personal perspective on him, I think he does add a good pitcher into that lineup, and I think I don't think he's going to hurt them. I think he will definitely only improve their pitching rotation to help them to go forward. So I think that's a very good addition for them, even though if I'm looking at a talent-wise aspect, yes.
Honestly, with that one, I have to admit I don't know like who all is in the rotation, the starting rotation for San Diego.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
other
really
than
either.
Clevenger,
Right.
but they're bats. They're bats. I think this is going to be an offensive series for San Diego. Like I said, like we both said, they have hella guys that can really hit the ball and everything, hit home runs. So I think because of that, it's going to be mainly an offensive series for San Diego. Because I don't know who they have in their rotation, and if their bullpen can stay consistent and keep the Cards from scoring too much, I think they can take it. I think they have it in the bag. But I see St. Louis slipping one in there, slipping at least a little slice in there, and taking their one game. But other than that, I think San Diego's going to dominate that series.
Very well said. All right.
Okay.
I'll let you go on to the Cubs and Marlins.
Okay, so I've never really liked the Marlins. I don't even know how the hell they honestly got in there. Pardon my language. Chicago. The last week or two of the regular season was a little hearsay here there, but I think they can take it in two. I see Chicago in two. I don't see Miami getting past. I honestly don't even know who's on Miami, to be honest with you. They snuck in there like Milwaukee did. They snuck in there really, really well. The NL is just really crazy this season, playoff wise. But Miami, even though they had that COVID scare within the team, they really came back from that, and they really impressed me. Even though I don't know who's on there much. That's all I really have to say about this series. Like I see Chicago taking it because I don't see anybody from Miami hitting wise or pitching wise or defensive wise really having an impact on the series. So yeah, I got the Cubbies. As much as I hate them, I got the Cubbies in two.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with this. I just think the Cubs are a very this is another team that has a lot of firepower, man. They got Rizzo, they got Bryant, they got Baez, they got Contreras. I mean, that's enough said right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a groove, man. You look at this kind of team, and this is the kind of team that won it a couple years ago. Was it last year or a couple years ago? I don't know.
2016.
2016 they won it. 2016 they won it, and this is the kind of team that showed that they can go far, they can fight, they can win, and I just think it's a very tough team to beat. Even their pitching is really well. I believe they still have Lester, if I'm not mistaken. John Lester, they still have him.
I'm not sure on that. We'd have to put it in there.
We'll confirm that, but I believe he has.
Edit or whatever to see if they're.
Yeah, I'll confirm it up top, but I believe they still have Lester. So this is like a really well pitching rotation team and a really good offensive team. I think this is just a very tough team to beat, and I think, I don't see many teams beating them, especially the Marlins. I am in the same boat again with Jared. I don't know much about the Marlins. The only player I really know, I actually looked at this today because I liked this guy when he came in, and I wanted the Indians to get him. Before they got Cesar Hernandez, I wanted them to get this guy as a replacement for Kipnis, who actually is on. That's another good point. Is Kipnis is on the Cubs now as well, but Isan Diaz from the Marlins, he's actually I believe he's on AAA now, but he was on the Marlins in his first game. The guy hit a home run and really had a lot of upside. I think he fell off a little bit, but I think he is the kind of guy that in the future can be really good for this team. And again, a guy like I said, I wanted for the Indians before we got Cesar Hernandez. But I think other than that, that's really the only guy I know. I don't know much about the Marlins, so therefore I can't really put him ahead of a really good Cubs lineup who just is going to be the kind of team that kicks ass and really hard to beat. I think they're really consistent in their lineup. I think with the addition of Kipnis, like I mentioned, they really really was like an X factor for them. So I think that's a really tough team to beat, and I think I don't really think the Marlins got a shot. I think it's going to be 2-0. I don't really see the Marlins doing too much.
Oh no, definitely, man.
Yeah.
Would you like to take the Atlanta and Cincinnati series first, or would you like me to?
I can take it if you want me to.
I think that's what we're on to next. Yes.
All right.
I will go ahead and go first with the Atlanta and Cincinnati series.
Right. Yep.
If you're ready.
Yeah, I'm good. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, so with Atlanta, I have Atlanta taking it 2-0. Mainly because of two guys, Freddie Freeman and Marcelo. Oh, and actually three. Sorry, Ronald Acuna Jr. If all their batting averages are out there. Freddie Freeman has a .341. I think that's better than anybody I've mentioned so far. Home runs with 18. Marcelo Ozuna has 18. Leads the team in that. Adam Duvall, Acuna's on there. Freddie Freeman's fourth. Danby Swanson. You got guys like that can really hit the ball. And I think their home runs can take this one. And like I said with Miami, I don't really know who at all even is on other than Trevor Bauer is on Cincinnati. They're a Pittsburgh rival. I don't really care for them or care to watch them. But they're another team that snuck in there along with Miami and Milwaukee. They snuck in there. They somehow really surprised me. But I see Atlanta in two because of their offense and their defense. You got Freed, you got Maztek, O'Day, Anderson, Dayton. All those guys can really get. Freed leads and wins with 7. So I think if they can stay consistent, if their pitching can stay consistent, and their defense can stay consistent, they have this one in the bag. I don't see Cincinnati getting even one game in on the Braves. So that's all I really have to say about that series. It's hard to say that Cincinnati, for me, at least personally, would win a game in the series because of the fact that they don't have anybody that I really know of, and they don't have anybody that I see as consistent. I may be wrong though. They could really surprise. They surprised me by even making the playoffs. So all these teams we can be wrong with every one of them. All the lower seeds could actually surprise us and win every series. But
let's hope not. Look like a pair of idiots on here.
Yeah, exactly.
But so here's the thing. I was making my bracket, and a part of me really wanted to take the Reds, just because I wanted to have a big upset somewhere. And I almost wrote the Reds down. I have an R crossed out, no, I don't want to do it. I almost took the Reds just because
of Trevor Bauer.
He's a good pitcher. He was an Indians pitcher.
Yeah.
This is another guy I was really never a fan of. But looking at like I did with Clevenger, looking at a talent aspect, he's a good pitcher.
A talent aspect other than personal, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good pitcher.
Definitely.
This is just a team that the Reds. We talk about the Reds first. So this is a team that they came in, and like you said, they snuck in, but they low-key had a decent year, and they surprised a lot of people, and that's why I almost took them as an upset. I was this close to taking them as an upset, but overall, I took the Braves as a last-minute decision, just because, like Jared said, a lot of good hitters on this team. You can't forget about Acuna Jr. You can't forget about Freddie Freeman. Really experienced guys that are gonna perform consistently, whether it be with the long ball or getting RBIs, whatever. They're gonna perform consistently. So I do think it's going to be 2-1. I just because I think, like I said, I almost took the Reds. I will go on record and say I think they're going to at least win one game. I think
They may surprise you. You never know.
They may surprise us. Like you said, man, there
Yeah.
could be some upsets we don't know about. You know,
No.
crazy things happen. I mean, I hate to bring up like NBA in this, but who would have thought
No,
that
go ahead.
Miami would have been in the in the finals? You know, I took the Clippers to win
exactly.
it all in the beginning of the year, and you know they got knocked out. I mean, so this is because my comparison is this is the kind of things that can happen, like upsets and crazy things can happen. We don't know.
Yeah, like you never know.
Right.
It's the same with the NHL. Like, Dallas came in there really inconsistent. They're in the finals, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you never know. Somebody like Milwaukee could go on a big run and go to the World Series. Like, you never know. That's
Right.
very right.
Right. So yeah, I mean, so I think the Braves will take it, but I do think the Reds will take a game. So I think it'll be 2-1.
Yeah.
But just because of the out hitting that the Braves have on them, I think that they'll take the series.
Okay. If you're ready, we can move on to the ALDS series.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. So I want to go first, and we have in the ALDS number 1, we have I actually messed that up. My bad. Me actually fix that.
You're good.
Okay. So we have Tampa Bay versus the Yankees. With these, I don't think we really need to say much because we already said so much about all the teams in the first rounds. But like I said about the Yankees before, Garrett Cole, Masahiro Tanaka, guys like that. I think it's going to be a defensive series again for the Yankees. I have them taking it actually in 5. I don't see Tampa Bay just too swept, but they're going to fall just short. So yeah, as much as I don't like the Yanks are going to go because of who they have on their team. I would like to not count out Tampa Bay. I was going to go with them at first as an upset because even though they're first, honestly, they're the first seed and the Yankees are 5th. I think the Yankees coming in, even though as the underdog, I think the Yankees are going to take it in 5. I don't see Tampa Bay getting anywhere close to the. Well, they'll get one game off of the. They will get one game just shy of the AL Championship Series. Okay, so I'm going to let you go ahead and take it.
Yeah, so mine's different a little bit because I had the Indians winning against the Yankees to start off. So I think the Indians are gonna make their magical, round 1, thing, but I don't see them going much farther. I just think they're the kind of team that have kind of shown before that they'll pull off something magical, but they're not gonna go very deep. They were in the championship a couple years back. But that was a really good team. They don't have that team now. The team now is built differently. Now, don't get me wrong, it's good, but it's built different.
Yeah.
And
I think went to the World Series. Were they the team that went to the World Series against the Cubs?
yes,
I think it was them, right?
yes,
With Encarnacion and guys like that.
yeah,
Trevor Bauer.
yeah.
I thought so.
And that's when they had Brantley too. That was a really good team. But yeah, so I don't see the Indians moving much farther. I think the Rays will take them. I do think it'll be a 3-2. I think the Indians will give them a series. I think just because of, like I mentioned before, the kind of bats they have in their lineup. But I think overall, because of their inconsistency, there's going to be the couple games they don't perform. They score a couple runs and they, needed to score a few more runs in order to win. So because of their inconsistencies, I don't see them getting past the Rays. I think, like I said, it'll be a 3-2. I do think the Indians will give them the series, but their inconsistencies will show in this series, and I think the Rays will take them.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, if it was similar, but I as much as I don't like the Yankees, I see the Yankees going to the ALCS. I'm gonna actually go ahead and let you take the next one, and then I'll tell you what I think about my Houston and Oakland series.
All right, yeah. So I took the White Sox originally. So I think this is, in my case, I had the Twins and the White Sox. I think this is more so out of those two teams. I think people are probably saying like, I think I know who you're going to say, and it's going to be the Twins. I think the Twins will take the White Sox in this series pretty easily. I honestly could see this being the White Sox only maybe winning one game, but I don't see it being much of a series. I think the Twins will take the White Sox pretty easily.
So you got them in 4 then?
I got them in 4. A part of me wants to say they could win a game, but I'll take them in 4. I think it'll be just pretty much a clean sweep. Again, will be a series, but I just don't see it being much of a series. So I think there's a possibility the White Sox would win one game, but I'm going to go with them taking a sweep on that. Just I think they're the better overall team of those two teams.
So actually a sweep would mean the White Sox not winning one. So if you're going for that, then that would be 3-0. I just want to mention to everybody watching that. Yeah. I just want to mention to everybody watching that this year it's different. They added a few teams to the playoffs because of COVID. So they made it in actually 8 teams per league making it to the playoffs, and the first round is considered the wild card round. Best 2 out of 3. That's why we went more than the original 4 games if it was a 7-game series. And then it's been like this for a long time, as long as I can remember. The ALDS and the NLDS series they go 5 games, best of 5. So best 3. That's why we're saying 3 out of. And then the NLCS and the ALCS and the World Series are best out of 7. So whoever wins 4 games out of those series, advance. And then, so I just thought anybody that was like, oh well, why are you only doing 2 games in one series and then another round? I just thought I should explain that.
Good point.
But yeah, so it would be my turn, right?
Yep, you are with. Yep, you're up. Yep.
Okay, so this one I actually have totally different than Michael. I have Houston and Oakland. Like I said, Houston has Greinke, but Oakland has outplayed Houston all year. I think they won how many series did they have? They had I think 3 series in the regular season, 3 or 4 series in the regular season, and I think Oakland took all but one of them, I would like to say. So because of Oakland's batting and because of Oakland's pitching and defense, I see them going on to the face of the Yankees in the ALCS. Houston's been very inconsistent, and if guys like Correa and guys like George Springer and guys like that, if they can't be consistent, then they're not going to have the bats to move on. I just don't see that happening. This isn't a because I don't like them anymore thing. This isn't me bashing them thing. I wish that I'm being biased because I don't like them anymore because of the whole cheating scandal thing. But I honestly think that Oakland, the better team, is gonna take it. But and like Mike had mentioned earlier, he was gonna go underdogs. This year I don't really see many underdog teams or surprising teams making it. Really, other than maybe San Diego, even though they're the 4th seed. I don't see any other teams really surprising. So we would now move on to who do you have for the first ALDS series? The Dodgers and San Diego. I think we both got.
We both had the Dodgers and Padres, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead and do that. I think that would be a NL West matchup.
Yeah. So I have the Dodgers in this. I think this is going to be a hell of a series. You have a very well hitting team on both ends. Like I mentioned before, the Padres are loaded, and so are the Dodgers. I think this is going to come down to Game 5, and I think this is going to be a very, very good series, man. Very well matched. This is going to be a really high-scoring series, I feel like. A lot of bats. And I think I don't think pitching is going to come as much into this, but I do think it will come down to who scores a lot of runs in this game, and I think it's going to come down to overall who performs better on the pitching end. And even though that there's going to be a lot of runs scored, I really like this series. This is one of the series I really hope does happen, because I really want to see this. I think it'd be a great series. Like I said, down to Game 5, right down to the wire. Going to be very exciting to see. So I really want to see this. I think it'll be a really good series. Yeah. Right down to Game 5, two teams going at it with very stacked lineups. And quite honestly, I think this is the probably one of the best games that we're going to see in this entire
one of the best series, yeah,
entire thing. So I really want to see that, and I think, but I do think the Dodgers will take it in a Game 5 in a really good series. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay. And I have to agree. And you actually made me change the number just from what you said, because I originally had the Dodgers winning in just 4, making it 3-1 series. But because of what we talked about before, San Diego, both teams having good bats, good defense, I think it's going to be a tight series too. I have the Dodgers in 3-2. I have the Dodgers in 5. Like you said, really close series, hell of a series. Bellinger versus guys like Tatis, Hosmer, Seager, guys like that. It's going to be one hell of a matchup. And
Machado
considering
too.
that I believe it's a, what do you say?
Machado too.
Machado definitely. Considering it would be an all Cali series, I would actually like to see that rivalry go on. I like rivalries in sports, so I believe, like Mike, this is one that I would like to see happen. I don't mind the Padres this year, but I don't see them getting past the Dodgers. I don't see them getting past number 1, because the Dodgers are just way too consistent for them. But it's going to be a close one. It's going to definitely be a close one.
For sure.
If you would like to go first on the next one, we can go ahead and advance to that.
All right, yeah. So Cubs and Braves. This is tough, because this is another scenario where you got two kind of good teams going at it, and I think most importantly, what really came down to this decision for me is the outweighing of the lineups. I look at the Cubs, like I said before. You got Rizzo, you got Bryant, you got Contreras, you got Kipnis, who became an X factor, and you look at the Braves, and you got, you only have a few, you have a few big names, but you don't have as many. And I think I looked at the comparison of those two. So overall, I think this is going to be another good series. I don't think it'll be 5. I think it'll be a 4-game series, honestly.
Okay.
But I'm taking the Cubs. I think just because they kind of outweigh the Braves in the aspect of the hitters they have, and so I'm taking the Cubs. I think the Cubs are the kind of team also that kind of find ways to win. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but they're the kind of team that just finds ways to win, and so I definitely see them winning this series.
Definitely. If you're done with that, I think I will go now, and I have to agree with you, dude. Like, we're dead on the same with the NL. We both picked both series. We have all 4 teams correct, and we have the series record the same. I have Chicago 3-1. Like you said, Atlanta is good. They have good bats, but they're not as good as Chicago. And something we forgot to mention in the first round for Chicago is Ian Happ. Ian Happ leads in batting averages and home runs. Out. I think that OBP. I think that's out batted, but he leads in many of the batting stats, batting rankings on the team. So I think Ian Happ, if he can stay healthy and stay consistent, and with Rizzo and guys like that, Baez, I think because of hitting wise, I think the Cubs have this one. But pitching wise, if they had better pitching, I think Atlanta would be able to do it. But I don't see their bullpen really taking Chicago. I don't see Chicago losing this one. They'll squeak one in there. Atlanta will squeak one in there, and kind of get Chicago off their game. And then the next game, I see it being the first two Chicago, and then game 3, Atlanta will squeak one in there, and then game 4 we'll go to Chicago again. Because I don't know, maybe we're wrong. Maybe Atlanta will, maybe Atlanta could sweep them. Really surprise us. That would be an upset.
Right.
But other than that, I think we agree on all of it. So, next we're on to the best of 7 series, ALCS. I have the Yankees in Oakland. I'm gonna go ahead and let you take that one first. Whoever you have.
Yeah, so I have the Rays and the Twins, and this is a I think it was kind of a stretch for the Rays to kind of get there, because I think, like I said, the Indians are a good team, but I think they were better in a series itself. I think the Rays were better in that aspect. But when you compare two teams like the Twins and the Rays, I think the Twins really have the ability to outplay the Rays. And I think the Twins would take over the Rays pretty easily. I think maybe that the Rays would win a few games. But I see the Twins pretty much taking hold of this series early and really, between those two teams, I think the Twins are just really the better team. So, quite honestly, I see the Twins as one of my teams going to the World Series.
Do you see them going in 7 games or 5 or 4? 6,
I think the Rays will win a game or 2. I don't think it'll be any more than that. So I think it'd be more so a 4-2 or something like that, of that nature.
Yeah. So for me in that series, I have the Yankees and Oakland. I don't see Oakland getting past the Yankees. I don't see Oakland getting past Garrett Cole. I believe they're the ones that have Luis Severino, if I'm not wrong.
I think they do.
If I'm not mistaken. They have guys. I think this is going to be a defensive series for the Yankees. Their batting has been inconsistent, like I mentioned in the first round, but I think through time in the playoffs, they'll get better. And I think this will either be a close series batting wise, like score wise, like maybe 8-7 or somewhere around that range in every game, or a low scoring series. But I have the Yankees. I have the Yankees in 5. Oakland will get one in there because they're Oakland. They're surprising. I'm surprised that they made it to the second seed, actually. I was going to say second round. But Oakland really surprised me this year because they've been really, really inconsistent the past few years, and they've been down in the bottom the last few years. But I think with some additions this year and some youngsters that have really, really stepped up their game, that's why Oakland's even there in the first place. But I don't see the bats getting past. I don't see the home runs or anything getting past the Yankees in that series. So I have the Yankees moving on to be the AL representative in the World Series.
All right, good stuff.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and take the NLCS, and then I will do my part, and then we can move on to the World Series.
All right. So I got Dodgers and Cubs. I think it's going to be a really good series. I think it's kind of hard to say like what the series will be. But I'm going to take the Dodgers. I think it was a really tough decision because I almost took the Cubs. I was really kind of indecisive about who I wanted to take. But I'm going to take the Dodgers. I think you know,
Okay.
in a series setting, I think the Dodgers are the team more likely to pull out. Um, Over the course of a series, I think they're more likely to pull out a win. So I'm going to take the
Yeah.
Dodgers. I just think, like I said, over the course of a series, I think, I don't think the Cubs really could, in a way, compete with them over a series time frame. So I'm going to take the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers are my representatives. I have the Twins and Dodgers as my two champions, or my two for the World Series.
Okay. Um. Yeah. I think honestly, looking at my bracket and listening to you, we have the same guy. We have the same teams. It was really different for us with the AL teams, but the NL teams we're basically like dead on. We're neck and neck with that because I have the Dodgers in Chicago and the NLCS too. I have this one going 7, and I see the Dodgers can pass them because like you said, the Dodgers are way too good to not to not go to the World Series, honestly. So I think the Dodgers go back to World Series. I think it would be I want to say the 3rd time in the last 4 seasons since losing to the Astros 2017 because I think they got beat by Boston, I want to say, in 2018, and then they didn't even make it last year to the World Series because of Washington. And but yeah, I see LA going. So they're going to be my representative along with the Yankees in the World Series. I think I'm going to because I'm really anxious to see who you have winning the World Series. So I'm going to let you go ahead and do that series first, and then I'll go on and see who I think my champion is.
All right.
So,
are you ready for this? My two representatives.
I'm going to be surprised. Go ahead.
Twins and Dodgers are my two, right?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I've said a lot of good things about the Dodgers. I've said a lot of positive things. I think they're a really tough team. But I think the Twins, I'm going to take the Twins to win it, dude. I'm taking the Twins to win it. I think they've had too good of a year. I think they've really shown a lot. I think it's their time, man. I think it's their time to win a World Series. I think they can do it. I think I don't think it's going to be easy. I think the Dodgers will make it hard on them. It's not going to be an easy series. But low key, I see the Twins pulling it out, and I think it's their time to win one. So I'm going with the Twins to win it all.
And how many games? How many games do you think that'll go?
Game 7.
In 7?
Game 7.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's good.
Because it's gonna be back and forth. It's not gonna be easy, but I think the Twins will pull it out.
Okay, so I don't know. Considering I had 2 of the best teams in the league and 2 of the most prominent teams in the league and oldest teams in the majors, going up against each other in the Yankees and Dodgers. I think it's, as much as I don't like either team, I think it's the Dodgers' redemption time. I have the Dodgers going in 7. I have the Dodgers beating the Yankees in 7. Dodgers redemption time. As much as I don't like the Dodgers, I think they really did, honestly, and this is no joke, they got cheated out of the 2017 title because of the Astros. So I think they deserve that. I think they deserve the title this year. I think they deserve the World Series win. And I see the Yankees, when it comes to the World Series, I see the Yankees falling apart defensively. I've put so much credit on their defense. The whole playoff predictions, the whole bracket, I've given the Yankees the benefit of the doubt when it comes to defense wise. I think they can. I think their batting will get better. I think it'll be like reverse of what I've been saying for the Yankees the whole time. Like the bats have been kind of consistent, and then the defense has really been better. I think it's going to be reversed in the World Series. The batting will be better. They may get like more hits and everything, but because of the Yankees' inconsistency in the bats, I don't know why. I just have a feeling like it'll change up when it comes to the World Series because of the amount of pressure and because the amount of like plays that they would have to make. The defense for the Yankees is going to go down when it comes to the World Series. They're going to be tired. They're going to be like worn out, and I know they have a few old guys on the team, but I have the Dodgers redemption time for this series. So my 2020 MLB champions will be the LA Dodgers, and yours will be the Minnesota Twins.
That is correct.
What would be really exciting is if our two champions face each other for the World Series.
You know how dope that'd be? You know how dope that'd be? Like, that'd be cool.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I don't know, dude, but this was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I hope everybody enjoyed that. I hope everyone beared with us a little bit. First time doing something like this, so I think it went pretty well, though. I think, we did really well. So more things like this to come from me and Jay, me and Jared, and like I said on my whole video with Jay, we don't know what the status is on that yet. We're kind of in talks still about that, and trying to, I guess, find the right time to do it. And when that will be, we don't know yet. So any more information I have on that, I will let you guys know. You'll see me talk about it a little bit in some of my videos, which I don't know, my GTA videos, which I don't know if those are up yet. Once I talk about that, but games coming from me, you guys know those coming up. So I'm good. Thanks for watching, guys. I always say,
thank you.
Stay classy. I know you will. I know I will too. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll let Jared say anything he wants to say.
My YouTube will be in the description below.
Yeah.
And one of the last thing to say, I think I would like to post this on my YouTube channel too, just in case we can both get the views. But mainly this is gonna be your video because my phone wouldn't record any audio. I already tested it out beforehand, and I just like to say, this is really fun. This is really fun, and we should do more like this. I'm not really into the NBA, so I can't really tell you much about that or do much about that. But if there's like any other series that you want to do, or gaming videos that you would like to do, or would like to see, we would definitely do it when we have the time.
Yeah. So things will be coming like that. So, links to mine and Jared's channel will be in the description down below, and then this will be on our channels as well as the collab channel we have. So, that being said, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one, and this is us signing out, guys. Thanks for watching.
Peace out,
we'll
guys.
see ya.
Thanks.